So it's got your basic components. So it's got the batteries. So it's running. This is just protection.
Yeah.
Right? So it actually runs off lithium batteries, and it basically charges overnight. It runs. We do experiments all day and so on. We've got a computer on board. 2 computers now, actually, one for perception,
right.
Because we have a connector we mount to it right there. And let's see. So the key feature, though, so the difference, why this is not a Segway, well, it's 2 things. It's articulated, basically, it's arms, but the big part of the articulation is that joint right there.
Ooh.
Right? Because it can actually lift and lower its torso. So it is to use model-based control in order to compensate for what happens. So if you take a Segway, right? If you're a human standing on a Segway and you lean forward, the Segway moves forward.
Right.
If you have a robot on a Segway and it has an arm, you move forward, the Segway moves forward. Okay? Same effect, right? So what we do is we compensate for that. So it's an integrated controller which actually reasons about the masses and how they're distributed so that you actually get the full balance no matter what you're doing. So whether that joint is expanded or not, it's still able to actually do that. It's still able to actually stay in place and control itself. So do you want to stand up? Balance at least? So Chad, now probably stay away a little bit. So now it's balanced, right? So
cool.
Dynamic balance. And it's pretty, this is a rugged robot.
I'm more worried about you than...
I feel very comfortable doing this now.
I have to say I'm more worried about you than it when you do that.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's I've been doing this. There is a video out there of me riding this robot. Nobody will ever have access to it. But what this robot can do is it can actually stand up to human height. Can you take it up to my shoulder height? Is that okay? That's fine. Okay. So it can basically stand up to human height. And the idea there is now think about it. This is about 50 kilograms, like 100 pounds of mass.
Right.
That is raised about, how tall am I? 5'10"? About 5'10" off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's a lever arm. Okay? So using mechanical advantage now and gravity, like how much actual force can you apply to an object just by leaning back? Just by grabbing something and leaning back.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the really cool thing about this robot is that you can actually take advantage of and that's just even a static property of the robot.
Right.
And then, because it's articulated, because it has all those degrees of freedom, you can actually start accelerating them and then perform like various kinds of, you can generate momentum in the system and perform even more cool tests. Right?
Interesting.
So we had to do things like accelerating and decelerating. When it decelerates, it actually leans back.
Yeah.
And stuff. We have a video online where it was just the base. It does limbo. You can check it out.
I did see that one.
It does limbo, like slides under like the limbo bar and stuff. And we did that with optimized controllers. So obviously, like I said, it's model-based control. So even while he's balancing, he can move his arms around and do all that kind of stuff. Workspace control right now? Yeah. So this is workspace control. So the next plan is basically to actually properly mount the Kinect so that it can see stuff, and then to do autonomous kind of behaviors with the robot.
Awesome.
So we have to get this arm fully functional. It's disconnected at the moment, but that's what's going on. That's the purpose of the robot, basically.
Cool.